Hi, I'm Nicola Cochran and I play Penelope Featherington.
Hi, I'm Teresa Chandran and I play Edwina Sharma.
Hi, I'm Simone Ashley and I play Kate Sharma.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Bailey and I play Anthony Bridgerton.
When did you know the show was a global phenomenon? What was your response to learning it was a top 10 series in almost every country?
It was bonkers, wasn't it?
It was completely nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think you can possibly get your head around that. And yeah, I'm excited for the moment where it begins to make sense. Do you remember we had the fan event?
Yeah.
That happened about a month and a half before the release.
Yeah.
And it was the first time, there was like 2,000 people who were allowed into this big zoo.
Yeah.
We were there, we were all being introduced, there's a few clips. They unmuted the 2,000
Yeah.
people for like 10 seconds when everyone was introduced. And you just heard about 19 different languages.
And they were screaming and like, it was wild. And they were so supportive from, even before they'd seen a single thing from the show, they were like so behind it, it was amazing. It was bonkers.
But it's been such a unique experience for us because we've gone straight into season 2 without the world fully opening up. Yeah. And of course we get to introduce you two amazing women. You were the only two really, and Shelley, who plays your mum, who've experienced watching it and then coming in.
Yeah, that must
and
have been
an
so
amazing
bizarre.
thing to be able to...
Yeah, it was weird. It all happened within like 2 weeks. And I remember sitting in the green room on this project and some of the cast members were like, what did you do over the weekend? Oh, I watched Bridgerton. And I wasn't allowed to say anything. And it was a room of like 30 people and I had to sit in the corner and just be like silent.
Yeah.
But it was great because I could hear everyone's genuine opinion.
Yeah.
Which is obviously all positive.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously.
How could it not be?
But I auditioned before the show aired. I auditioned for season 2
Oh,
before the show
really?
aired. And my agent was like, hey, listen, I think the show is going to be mega. Like, it's really cool. I've attached a trailer. It's called Bridgerton. I was like, okay, cool, wow. And it was so colourful and so new. Then it came out and I was like, I really want this now. I really want this now.
Okay, so for our new cast, how do you feel about joining the Bridgerton world?
Just really excited, really proud. You know, we've spoken about how amazing the show is and the storyline and how inclusive it is, but just as a cast and crew, it's a bunch of really genuinely kind, lovely, down-to-earth people. We're all so supportive of one another. It can be quite scary coming into a show that's been established and it's season 2. It is quite like going to the school canteen, like, where am I gonna sit? But I just felt very welcomed.
We were all really excited for you to join. I think we were like, oh, newbies, like, this is great. And also for like, honestly, since season 1 got announced, I've been getting messages like, who is Kate? Tell us who Kate is. And I was like, I really don't know. And even the day that you were about to be announced, like, it all happened like really, really quickly. And then people were like, is it Simone Ashley? Is it? And I was like, I don't even know. Like, and they were like, you did know. I was like, I promise you I didn't know. But they've been so excited about both of you.
How did you feel?
Well, I think that I never really thought it would happen because my mum and I, we love Jane Austen novels and the Regency period. And my mum is obsessed with Colin Firth's Pride and Prejudice and Gwyneth Paltrow and Emma. And I just never, ever thought it would happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never ever imagined that someone who looked like me would be in those outfits in a show like that. And for it to happen, I just couldn't believe it. And even now, sometimes I don't quite realize what show I'm in. And then you like catch yourself on the monitor or you see photos.
Yeah.
God.
What was your response to Penelope being Lady Whistledown? And then, second question, how would Lady Whistledown describe season 2?
Ooh, I found out in a bizarre way because when we auditioned, we knew very little about the show. It was only after getting cast that then I found out. And I found out on an internet fan forum because I realized there was this huge fandom behind these books. It was like this whole other world opened up. But they were like, when Penelope is revealed as Lady Whistledown, and I went, what? Because I was like, you know, getting cast in a Shondaland Netflix show is major, but that's so much more major than I ever could have imagined. They didn't know whether they were going to reveal it in season 1. It was like, it had changed back and forward a few times. They were going to do a red herring in this, but...
It was a reshoot, wasn't it?
It was a reshoot in July, so they had filmed a different ending.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Spoil what it was supposed to be.
They were going to make it seem like it was Cressida Cowper. But then I think they started writing season 2 and were like, with the direction we want to take Penelope. Because it's...
I love her journey.
Again, I'm like, how do I say this without it being a spoiler? It's very satisfying What happens with Penelope in season 2, the end of the sentence?
Penelope is Lady Whistledown. It was a shock to me when I
Was
first
it?
watched
Okay.
it. So I was like, oh my God. And then you re-watch it and you're like, they put in spoilers and Easter eggs from the first scene.
But I was always
Hands in.
also very adamant about that.
Yeah.
You know, there was a scene in which the Duke leaves the ball, and I was like, I want to be the only one to look at him leaving.
Oh
like,
my God.
It had to be very subtle because otherwise you'd be like, oh, well, it's her. Yeah.
Did the rest of the cast know that Penelope was Lady Whistledown?
We did know because it's in the books.
And also
But
I
we
told
didn't-
everyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, unlike Penelope, I'm really bad at keeping my own secrets. I'm like, did you know I was Lady Whistledown? It's not really cool, but I get to do that. Julie Andrews have the same job, isn't that nice? Yeah, I literally physically couldn't not tell people.
And how would she describe?
How would she? Oh, how would she? Oh, she was like, dearest gentle reader, the biggest rake in London is about to meet his match in more ways than one.
I think she'd also say it's quite scandalous.
It's very
Right.
scandalous. It's a really. I keep telling people, like, it's really different to season 1. And look at these two brats. Oh my God.
How they
As you can understand, we spent a lot of time together, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah. The best of friends.
Okay, ooh, very fun one.
Yeah.
What was your favorite fan comment response theory that you saw online?
I love the fan art so much. It makes me so happy to see it.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that people put in that much time and effort. It's such a
Well,
beautiful
talking
thing.
of which, like things like the Bridgerton musical was extraordinary.
Amazing.
was-
I mean, also like so many people that you know you love and admire being fans of the show is so surreal, and them all talking about like
Who was your favorite celeb fan interaction?
it's gotta be Kim. Yeah. My close personal friend Kim Kardashian.
Your best friend?
My best friend, but we have been messaging, and she's been asking about the show and what's happening, and she's so nice. But she has a Bridgerton WhatsApp group. Like she's seen it like 6 times or something. Lady Kardashian of Calabasas. Yeah.
What was your favourite scene from season 1?
Oh, so any scene, hands down, where the families are together, either Featheringtons or the Bridgertons, because your chemistry as families are just bash, bash, bash. It's amazing. Particularly the scene where Eloise comes in and she's like,
How does a lady come to be with child?
Yeah.
and like Benedict's like slapping Colin
I
on
love
the
that.
head, and it's such a family.
I think it's a family that like everyone would want to be a part of.
Yeah.
There's so much love and fun
Yeah.
and playfulness. But I have to say, scenes that I now appreciate more in season 1, having filmed them in season 2, are the ball scenes.
Yeah.
But filming them is hard,
Oh, yeah.
guys. It's long and it's very technical, and it's also because there are so many people there, right? Like it's the scenes
Yeah.
with the most number of people. You see everyone in their element, and you see like the team and the teamwork come together.
Yeah, it's hard work.
I mean, the real family really is the crew.
Yeah.
Crew are epic.
How would you describe Bridgerton to someone who hasn't seen it before?
To use Chris Van Dusen's answer, it's not your grandmother's period drama. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's really true. It's like it subverts all your expectations. It's very fresh.
You know, it's so beautiful to watch. I love the music.
I would describe it as a carnival of joy and inclusion
Yeah.
and identity and romance, and everyone's invited. I
Yeah.
think that's the thing that's...
I also feel like in a show where it is so aesthetically pleasing, it's really easy to just view it as that.
Sure.
But it's so much more. Like, as we've touched on earlier, it's about family and it's about love and heartbreak. And I think that, you know, it should be appreciated for all of those elements.
Totally.
But I have so many friends who are like, okay, period dramas aren't really my thing. And then they watched this and they were
Yeah.
like, I was hooked, and they loved it.
But I would say that, like, a lot of period drama to me, it's like, it can be so slow and the characters don't feel very rounded. It feels like they're doing impressions of what you feel people at that time would have done. But this never feels like that.
No, never.
Never.
It's so progressive, just colourful. I think one of the billboards says it's a feast for the eyes. Which
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
is
yeah.
a great description of it. Yeah. Sexy. Go on, I'll say it. Sexy. Sexy. Will Anthony have sideburns in season 2?
They were my real sideburns.
Yeah, you
Here I
really
am now,
committed.
and we're only 2 blocks into a 4-block shoot. So I think these are...
You committed quite hard.
Yeah, they've shrunk a bit.
Yeah, they're less bit. Yeah, they're
Shrunk in
definitely.
the wash.
What was fan consensus on the sideburns? Were they popular or not?
Lamb chops, they were called.
Mutton chop. Not lamb chop. Lamb chops on the side of it. You want to talk about your light perm?
It's had a perm.
I love it. I love it. I think
love
it's
it
so
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey, the face of perms.
Johnny. PJ.
So, juicy question coming up. What's easier, dating now or in the Regency era?
Ooh.
In the Regency era, you don't have social media. You don't have. It's simplified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I always say this, but a thing I think they should bring back is like in Regency era, when they went to a ball and you kind of danced with somebody, like the next day they would come to your house with a gift. I'm like, that is incredible. Why is that
that's
stopped?
great.
Love that. Dating in the Regency era is incredibly stifling.
And economic.
Economic. It is it's transactional in a very specific way, which not to say that dating now isn't transactional, but while I love the beautiful dresses and the balls and the gifts, I have to say I definitely pick dating now.
Yeah. And as a gay man, I'm going to choose now. The Bridgerton and Featherington families have a very unique dynamic. Can you explain the Sharma family dynamics?
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
We don't have a dad in our family. We've got Mary, played by Shelley, who we love, and she's my stepmum, and then Edwina, who's Kate's stepsister. But regardless of that, we're really, really close. They're a little bit different from the Featheringtons and the Bridgertons in the sense they've come to London. It's a different culture, different vibe, different rules, and they've had to adapt a lot, I think. But they never lose their true selves.
They very much feel like outsiders. The Bridgertons and Featheringtons are like the core ton, and the Sharmas, they feel like almost like if the audience who watched season 1 were kind of put in, they are new, they don't really know what's happening, they have their ideas. So I feel like the Sharmas kind of represent the audience in a way.
They have such a gorgeous dynamic. It is a really sisterly dynamic. It's lovely to watch.
It's been just such a pleasure to kind of play that with you and we're like best friends, I guess, Kate and Edwina, in the whole thing. And I think what's amazing about it is, as much as there's a love story and Edwina's finding a match as well, I still bring it back, like the core of it is like two sisters looking out for each other.
Which is the beginning of the Bridgerton world.
Yeah.
The what is it? The show
Bridgerverse?
about the Bridgerverse, the show about.
Did I just
Queen
make that up?
Charlotte.
Am I a genius? What's just happened? I created a viral moment.
Bridgerverse.
How does Anthony Bridgerton as a character change this season?
I was about to say something that would have been a spoiler. Don't ask me anything, I'm just going to stay quiet. Without any spoilers, he gets to deal with a lot of things that I think he hasn't been given the space to deal with.
Yeah, the onion's being peeled, isn't it?
The onion is.
Yeah.
It's causing a lot of tears.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously I'm completely aware of the toxicity and the control and the manipulation of his actions in series 1. But I've never doubted him being a brilliant and kind person. It's just,
Totally.
and I think that's what is fascinating about the show, is that it's...
Yeah. It's not afraid to make the characters do unlikable things. Like, people are livid with Penelope for what she did to Marina, and I'm like, I agree, but she's a real human. Do make bad decisions.
And there's such external circumstances by which these people just get trapped.
The final question. So, Cantony is the most anticipated couple of the entire book series, except for Penelope and Colin. It's exactly what's written here, so I had to say it. Okay, what are the fans in store for? Ooh.
A lot of arguing.
Volatility.
Yeah, they challenge each other.
But it's very passionate.
Yeah.
But it's great seeing someone like Kate being able to stand up to Anthony and him not knowing how to sort of deal with that. He's like met someone who's really his match.
It's like a puzzle that fits together.
Aww.
And like, look at how gorgeous these two are.
I know, yeah, it's like a really fit couple.
It's gonna be
Pretty happy about that. It's been so great catching up with all of you. I can't wait to show the fans what's to come in season 2, coming to Netflix in 2022.